Hey students, this is Mr. Pedro. Today is February the 8th, and I want everybody to start working on their guided notes 3.2, Understanding Relations and Functions, Explain 1, Recognizing Functions. I decided to do a quick video on what is a function, because the definition that they give you, which by the way you got to write down because it is highlighted, a function is a type of relation in which there are only one output values for each input value. In other words, for every input value, there is only one unique output value. So I've decided to give you an example of what it's talking about. Okay, let's pretend I pick a number, and my number is, and let's see if I can move this over here. I picked the number 5. Now, I have this little machine over here that I'm going to use to try to describe it. And there's this machine, and I'm going to draw it the best I can. So remember, I'm drawing freehand on a tablet. So let's see, how still can I get? And there's this machine. Okay, there's my function machine. We're going to call it a function machine. Okay, now here's how this works. The function machine accepts input. Well, not sure what happened there, so let's do this again. The function machine accepts input. Now, what's input? In other words, things that I'm giving it. Now, the input is going to go in here and something's going to happen to it. And right now, I have no idea what happens. But as soon as it finishes, it is going to give me output. Okay, it's kind of like if I wanted to sell markers. When I sell a marker, I've got to either, two options, buy the marker or create the marker. So let's pretend I create the marker. Well, I got to take the plastic. I got to take the stuff that's inside of. I got to take the liquids. I got to put it all together, and then out goes the marker, ready for sale. That's kind of the idea. But as always with these things, we want to work with numbers. So let's pretend I stick in the number 5 into this machine. Now, something happens to that number 5, and I'm not sure what happens to it. But let's pretend it comes out as 10. Well, my input, which is my X value, gave me an output, which is now my Y value. So I can now create a table for X's and Y's saying that when I put in 5, I got out 10. Now, what happens if I put another 5 in? Is it possible for me to get anything else out? Well, no, because when I put in 5, I got 10. That's the concept of a function. A function means when you plug in your x's, you're going to get different numbers for your y's. So now let's pick a different number. Let me make this one green. Okay, so I'm going to plug in a 3, and I want to jam that 3 into my machine. Okay, something happens, not sure what happens, but look what comes out. And I'm not sure why it's doing that, but whatever. Okay, so what comes out is a blah, 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 a 6. Okay, so now I know that every time I plug in a 3, I'm going to get a 6. Now, is it possible for this machine for me to plug in a 5 and get a 6? Well, no, because if I follow these kind of purplish lines, notice I plugged in a 5, something happens to it, and it came out as a 10. Can I plug in a 5 and get a 6? Well, no, because look, if you follow the green line, you plugged in a 3, something happened to it, and it came out as a 6. So at no time am these two numbers going to repeat themselves. I won't get a 3, 10, and I won't get a 5, 6. Okay, hopefully that gives you the basics of what a function is. Now I'm going to cover in my next video actually cover examples 1A and 1B.